Hello students, welcome to Physical and Chemical Equilibrium question part 6. Disclaimer, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@itk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So in this session of question, I will be dictating questions and their options as well. After that, you will be given some time to solve this question. Then I will tell you the correct answer and also the explanation that how we got that answer. So let us begin with this. Question says that formaldehyde polymerizes to form glucose according to the reaction CHCHO giving us C6H12O6. The theoretically computed equilibrium constant for this reaction is found to be 6 into 10 to the power 22. If 1 molar solution of glucose dissociates according to the above equilibrium, the concentration of formaldehyde in the solution will be. Your options are A 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 2 molar, option B 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 4 molar, option C 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 6 molar, and option D 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 8 molar. Sir, 10 seconds to solve this question starts now. Your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is B, which is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 4 molar. Solution says that a very high value of K for the given equilibrium shows that the dissociation to form HCOHO will be very small. Hence, at equilibrium, we can take the concentration of C6H12O6 almost as 1 molar. Therefore, K is equals to C6H12O6 concentration by HCHO concentration whole 6 or formaldehyde concentration whole 6. Now, putting the value of K, we get it as 6 into 10 to the power 22 is equals to 1 by concentration of formaldehyde raised to the power 6. Or we can write HCHO concentration as 1 by 6 into 10 to the power 22 raised to the power whole raised to the power 166, which gives us 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 4 molar as your correct answer. Next question. This question says that 1% CO2 in air is sufficient to prevent any loss in weight when M2CO3 is heated at 120 degrees Celsius. Then M2CO3 dissociates as M2O plus CO2. Kp for this reaction is 0.0095 atm at 120 degrees Celsius. How much would the partial pressure of CO2 have to be to promote the reaction at 120 degrees Celsius? Your options are P dash CO2 less than 0.0095, B P dash CO2 is equals to 0.0095, C P dash CO2 is equals to 0.0095 is greater than 0.0095, cannot be predicted. So your time to solve this question starts now. So your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is A, P dash CO2, that is pressure of CO2 is less than 0.0095. Solution says that the given reaction is saying that our empty M2CO3 that is in solid is dissociating to give us M2 a solid and CO2 gaseous. Now Kp is equals to pressure of CO2. Why? Because all of the other entities are solid. So that is equals to 0.0095 atm. Now since CO2 is 1% in air, therefore pressure of CO2 is 1 by 100 into P air, which is the pressure of air, that will be 0.001. And since the 0.001 is greater than 0.0095, so your 0.01 is greater than 0.0095, so reverse reaction will favor. So then according to your Le-Chatelier principle, your P dash CO2 will be less than 0.0095. Next question says that starting with 1 mole of O2 and 2 moles of SO2, the equilibrium for the formation of SO3 was established at certain temperature. If V is the volume of the vessel and 2x is the number of moles of SO3 present, the equilibrium constant will be, options are A, x square V by 1 minus x cube, x whole cube. Then we have B, 4x square by 2 minus x multiplied by 1 minus x. Option C, 1 minus x cube divided by 2v. Option D, x square by 2 minus x multiplied by 1 minus x. So your time to solve this question starts now. Your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is A, x square v by 1 minus x whole cube. So this is the reaction. Now initially 2 moles of SO2 were present and 1 mole of oxygen was present and SO3 was absent, so 0 moles. Now at equilibrium what will happen? If x is the dissociation constant, okay, since 2x has been formed now, so therefore x is the dissociation constant, and uh, therefore we can say that 2 minus 2x is the concentration at equilibrium because 2x moles have been dissociated from SO2 to form the SO3. Now to react with 2x mole of SO2, 1 mole of, that is your x mole of SO2 is required, so therefore x mole has been reduced from this also, resulting in the formation of 2x mole of 2SO3. 2x mole of SO3. Now what will be the molar concentration? If V is the volume, then for this it will be 2 minus 2x by V, this will be 1 minus x by V, and this will be 2x by V. Now if your Kc is to be calculated, then Kc is equals to 2x by V whole square, which is SO3 uh, um, molar concentration whole square, divided by SO2 molar concentration whole square, which is this, and your O2 concentration whole square, which is this. Now, if you solve it further, you will get it as x square by 1 x square v by 1 minus x whole cube. So this is your correct answer. Next question, for N2 plus 3H2 giving us 2NH3, 1 mole of N2 and 3 moles of H2 are at 1 atm. Equilibrium pressure is found to be at 3 atm, hence Kp is. Options are A, 1 by 0.5 into 0.15 cube, then B, 1 by 0.5 into 1.5 cube. Option C, 3 into 3 by 0.5 into 0.5 whole cube, and D, none of this. So your time to solve this question starts now. Your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is 1 by 0.5 into 0.5 cube. Now initially the number of moles of N2 was 1 and number of moles of hydrogen was 3. Now after the reaction what will happen? Suppose X is the dissociation constant, then X moles of N2 will be broken down and 3x moles of H2 will be broken down. Okay, so this is the fraction, right? So we are multiplying it by 3. So this fraction of 3 is being broken down to give us the same fraction multiplied by 2, that means 2 multiplied by x. Now initial number of moles was 4, 3 plus 1 4. Pressure was 1 atm. Pressure for 1 was 4 atm. Now at equilibrium N2 will be 4 minus 2x. So 1 minus x plus 3 minus 3x plus 2x. That will give you 4 minus 2x. And also at equilibrium pressure, P2 is 3 atm. So this is being given here. Now initially PV is equals to nRT, but now 4V equals to 4 RT. So therefore V is equals to RT. Therefore final PV equal to nRT. So we put the value of P and N, we will get this thing. Now solving for X, this is giving us 0.5. Clear? Now mole fraction of N2 is 1 minus X by 4 minus 2X, which is 0.5 by 3. Again, mole fraction of H2. So again putting the value of x. So 3 minus 3x by 4 minus 2 is equals to 1.5 by 3. And mole fraction of ammonia, which is 2x by 4 minus 2x, is equals to 1 by 3. Hence, we can now say that pressure of N2 is what? Pressure of N2 is 3 multiplied by 0.5 by 3, which is 0.5 atm. Pressure of H2 is 0.5 into 3 is equals to 1.5 atm. And pressure of ammonia will be 1 by 3 into 3, which will be 1 atm. Therefore, Kp, if you find the value of Kp, that will be 1 by 0.5 into 1.5 whole cube. Clear? Next question says that reaction between nitrogen and oxygen takes place as following. 2N2 gaseous reacting with O2 oxygen gaseous to gives us 2N2 of gaseous, 2 moles of N2 gaseous. Now a mixture of 0.482 mole of N2 and 0.933 mole of O2 is placed in a reaction vessel of volume 10 liter allowed to form N2O at a temperature for which Kc is equals to 2.0 into 10 to the power minus 37. The equilibrium concentration of N2O will be, options are A 7.06 into 10 to the power minus 20 mole per liter, option B 6.58 into 10 to the power minus 21 mole per liter, option C 4.82 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole per liter, and option D 9.36 into 10 to the power minus 7 mole per liter. So your 10 seconds to solve this question starts now. Okay, so your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is B 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 21. So this is our reaction, right? Initially we have 0.482 of N2 and 0.933 of O2. Now at equilibrium, so according to the stoichiometric coefficient, if x is the dissociation fraction, then 0.482 minus 2x. Okay. Similarly, this will be 0.933 minus x, which will give us 2 moles of x. Okay, 2x of moles of N2. Now what is the active mass? So this thing will be divided by the volume, that will give you the active mass, which is number of moles by volume. So Kc was given 2.0 into 10 to the power minus 37. Now magnitude of Kc is very small, such that at equilibrium 0.582 minus 2x by 10 is equals to 0.482 by 0.482 is equals to further 0.0482. Now N2 at equilibrium is 0.0482 mole per liter. O2 at equilibrium is 0.0933. Okay, 0.0933 mole per liter. Hence, Kc is N2O concentration raised to the power square by N2 concentration raised to the power square multiplied by O2 concentration. If you put all those values, you will get this, which is 2 into 10 to the power minus 37. For N2O concentration, it will be 4x square by 100 or 2x by 10. Then for N2 concentration, it is 0.0482 by 482 whole square. For O2, that is oxygen concentration, it is 0.0933. Now, if we solve for x, it will give us 3.29 into 10 to the power minus 20. N2 will be 2x by 10. So that will give you, putting the value of x here, N2 concentration will be 6.58 into 10 to the power minus 21 mole per liter. Next question. The value of Kp1 and Kp2 for the reaction, x giving us y plus z and a giving us 2b, are in the ratio 9:1. If the degree of dissociation of x and y a be equal, the total pressure at equilibrium of reaction 1 and 2 are in the ratio. Options are A 3:1, B 1:9, C 36:1, and D 1:1. So time to solve this question starts now. Your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is 36 is to 1. Now suppose the total pressure at equilibrium for reaction 1 and 2 is P1 and P2 respectively. Now initially mole of X is 1 and for Y and Z is 0. Now if alpha is the dissociation constant, then moles at equilibrium is 1 minus alpha and then alpha of Y and then alpha of Z. Now what is the total mole? 1 minus alpha, that is of X, and then alpha plus alpha, that is of Y plus Z, which gives us 1 plus alpha. Then what is Px? So Px will be the mole fraction of X multiplied by the total pressure, that is P1. So this is the same mole fraction. It is 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha, and that is less than the P1. For pressure of Y, again mole fraction of Y, that is alpha by 1 plus alpha multiplied by the pressure of P1. Then for Z, we have alpha by 1 plus alpha multiplied by pressure P1. Kp1 can be written using all those data, alpha by 1 plus alpha P1 whole square divided by 1 minus alpha 1 plus alpha multiplied by P1, or alpha square P1 by 1 minus alpha square. Now initially A was 1 and 2B was 0. After equilibrium, 1 minus alpha has been formed by deleting alpha amount to create 2 alpha amount of 2B. Sorry, B. Now total moles will be 1 plus alpha. Hence Pa is equals to 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha into P2. So Pb will be 2 alpha by 1 plus alpha P2. If you find Kp2 further, then it will be 2 alpha by 1 plus alpha pressure of 2 whole square divided by 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha P2. That will give us 4 alpha square by 1 minus alpha square multiplied by P2. If you solve it further to find the ratio, alpha square P1 by 4 alpha square P2, that will give you P1 by 4 P2 or 9 is to 1. Hence, P1 by P2 will be what? 36 is to 1, which is 36 by 1. Clear? Next question. The following equilibrium constant are given. N2 plus 3H2 giving us 2NH3 equilibrium constant K1. N2 plus O2, which is nitrogen plus oxygen, giving us 2NO, which is whose equilibrium constant is K2. H2 plus half O2, that is hydrogen and oxygen, giving us water, which is having a equilibrium constant of K3. Now the equilibrium constant for oxidation of NH3 by oxygen is to give NO is given by. Your options are A K2 K3 cube by K1, B K2 K3 square by K1, C K2 K2 square K3 raised to the power 6 by K2 K1 square, D K1 K2 by K3. So you have some time to solve this question. Your time starts now. So your time is up. For those who have solved, the correct answer is C, which is K2 square by K3 whole 6 by K1 square. Now the required equation for NH3 oxygen to given oxygen and given NO is, okay, so the required equation for the oxidation of NH3 by oxygen to given NO is, so this is your equation. 4 of NH3, 4 moles of NH3, that is ammonia, reacts with 5 moles of oxygen in the presence of PT at 800 degrees Celsius to give us 4 NO plus 6 H2O. For this, we can write K is equals to NO raised to the power 4, H2O raised to the power 6, and ammonia raised to the power 4, and your oxygen raised to the power 5. Or we can just, from the equation, we can write that from this equation, that K equals to NH3 whole square by N2 and multiplied by H2 concentration whole cube. Next, we get it as K2 is equals to NO whole square by N2 concentration by oxygen concentration. And for equation 3, it is H2O by H2 concentration by O2 raised to the power half. This is for K3. For these three, we have written the equilibrium constant in terms of law of mass action. Now for getting the K, we must do what? K1 square first of all. So we have done the K1 square. So that gives us ammonia's concentration raised to the power 4 by oxygen, nitrogen concentration raised to the power 2 multiplied by hydrogen concentration raised to the power 6. Now, if you do the square of the second equilibrium constant, similar things will happen. And if you just 6 times, you just raise to the power 6 times of K3 will give us H2O whole 6 divided by hydrogen concentration raised to the power 6 multiplied by oxygen concentration raised to the power 3. Now, if I put all these values in the given option, then this will be followed. So, on substituting, you get the actual equation which we are looking for. Clear? So, K is equals to NO raised to the power 2, H2O raised to the power 6 by NH3 raised to the power 4 divided by oxygen raised to the power 5. Next question, at 600 degrees Celsius, the Kp for the reaction is 1 atm. Now, X of gaseous gives us Y of gaseous and Z of gaseous. At equilibrium, 50% of X is dissociated. The total pressure of the equilibrium constant is P atm. What is the pressure in atm for X gaseous at equilibrium? Options are A 1, B 4, C 2, and D 0.5. So, time to solve this question starts now. Your time is up. For those who have solved it, the correct answer is A1. So initially we have 1 moles of X and 0 moles of Y and 0 moles of Z. At equilibrium, 0.5 moles of X is there because 50% dissociation has occurred. So that gives us 0.5 of Y and 0.5 of Z. So total mole will be 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5. That will give you 1.5. Now pressure of X is what? It is 0.5 P divided by 1.5. Pressure of Y is what? 0.5 multiplied by P by 1.5. Pz is what? 0.5 multiplied by P divided by 1.5. Now moving on to the Kp, that is pressure of Y, pressure of Z divided by pressure of X. If you put all these values, then Kp is 1, okay? P by 3 into P by 3 for both the pressure of Y and Z divided by P by 3, that is pressure of X. Now if you solve it further, it will give you P value as 3 atm. Now partial pressure of X is equals to P by 3, which is equals to 1 atm. So this was all today for today's question session. Thank you.